Hello and welcome to a mini little Tarot Tuesday for February 2025. My name is Marilyn Devonish. I've just finished the individual Tarot Tuesday Facebook Live readings. So those are now up if you kind of said yes in the thread that you wanted an individual reading. And I thought I'd just pull a quick card for the overall collective, whoever chances upon this recording for February 2025. So the way that I do the Tarot Tuesday readings is I choose the card and the deck is facing away from me, so I don't see the card that I've chosen until I turn it over. There's usually a theme that emerges in the group, and that was exactly the theme for this month. But there was a theme for this month as well, which was a whole thing about opportunities, magic, being optimistic, and paying attention to mindset, but opportunities and the opening up of amazing opportunities showing up and coming forth, and that little touch of having that magical mindset, the appreciation, the gratitude, the focusing on what you want was a real theme throughout all of the readings today. So let's give them a bit of a shuffle, and then get all nice and straight first of all. All right, so let's see, what are we going to, I'm going to go with that one there. All righty, so show you what that is. 8 of Gabriel. I call this one almost sometimes like the ducks in a row. So it says a great deal of activity, sudden and immediate results, important communication. So it feels as though after maybe a period, even of the last 3 or 4 months, where it's almost been a little bit of a lull, where you kind of get the sense that you're plodding along, and it is just like that. Okay, here we go, one foot in front of the other, one foot in front of the other. Maybe the little feeling of same old, and that's not always a bad thing. Sometimes you want things to stay the same and have that sense of consistency, but it almost feels as though, is stagnated the right word? Stagnated isn't quite the right word overall, but there might be a particular thing, aspect, situation where it is a little bit like, it is that sort of Groundhog Day. Actually, wasn't it Groundhog Day or something like that recently? But that sort of Groundhog Day feeling and effect. So this one is saying that then suddenly out of the blue, and the whole theme that kept coming up when I was doing the Tarot Tuesday readings a few minutes ago was the whole thing about opportunities showing up. So where this one says sudden and immediate results, it could be that you've been working on something, nurturing something, doing the groundwork, you've sown the seeds, you've nurtured it, you've tended the land, you've watered it, and all the rest of it. You put the time and the energy into building it, and you haven't necessarily seen things come to fruition. You haven't seen the fruit of your labor. You haven't had that harvest, if you want to put it in those terms. And this one is then saying, well, suddenly out of the blue, things could start springing up, and just like, oh wow, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, and before you know it. So the whole thing about keeping communication is really important. Let's just say you're offered a new, I don't know, position, a contract, something you're agreeing to, a partnership, a collaboration, whatever it might be. Just kind of checking the documentation, when they talk about, crossing the T's, dotting the I's, etc. Keeping communication open, being very clear about what it is you want, what it is you bring to the table, what the expectations are, what are the boundaries. So getting all of that sorted out. And that brings me back to that whole thing about getting everything into alignment. And also, if you are in a bit of a lull and a quiet period, and you're not just doing that because you're in incubation, hibernation mode, but you are in sort of like, okay, then come on, let's be having you. If you're in that sort of mode, this could be a very good opportunity the next couple of weeks to actually get your ducks in a row. Let's just say, for example, something got really busy, or you got an opportunity, you were called away to do something. You're like, oh, great, fantastic. Is there anything that comes to mind? You go, oh no, I can't go because, or I can go, but that's going to be on my mind. That's going to be kind of like a cloud over your head. So if there is something like that, perhaps start getting those things sorted out now, getting things organized such that when a great opportunity comes up, you've already got that side of things organized. It's pretty much handled. The ducks are in a row, and then you're free to take on those particular opportunities. So yeah, that's what I'd say about that one. Get ready for a bit of activity, get ready for some wonderful things happening, some immediate results. It seems immediate, but as I said, you might have laid the groundwork before, and keep the old communication clear. So yes, that is that. And with regards to Tarot Tuesday, this one I think for me sums it up brilliantly, is that because oftentimes, as I have done today, I will do the Facebook Live, nobody's actually there. So I'm just talking to myself because people will come and listen to it at different times. And this one basically sums up what people often say. So it says, "Hi, Marilyn, I've just listened to the recording and OMG, exclamation mark. What can I say? But you were 1,000,000% spot on with my reading. I'm blown away with it all." And it got to the stage where people were saying that so often. What I went and I did is I went back and I looked at what the feedback people have said, because I would say something that seemed like a curveball. Like, I don't know, there was one I said, it feels as though if there's a health issue going on, I would suggest getting a second opinion, and you might really want to start looking at organic vegetables. And it seemed completely random, but I pulled something from the Archangel Raphael health and healing deck. They weren't there live. They came back and said, "Hi, Marilyn. I've just listened to a recording because I was out today. I was out at the doctor's getting a second opinion. And on the way home, I just suddenly felt the urge to get some organic vegetable." This, seriously, it was that specific. Or there was somebody else I was saying it's like the Cinderella effect, looking after everyone else and da 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 da. And it might be time to take some time for themselves and actually delegate some of the work. They said, "Marilyn, you're not going to believe it. I've just taken on a new associate so I can delegate some of the work to them." And it got to the stage where it was so like, are you kidding me? Now, people, I wouldn't know what I say, because people go, "Oh, you know, when you said like today, as in the 4th of February, 2025, I did a business soul plan reading for someone, and I'd done a 12 month ahead tarot reading for them in December. And I had apparently said, I genuinely don't remember, but it is recorded. And they said, "Marilyn, you said to me that I would be packing my Prada bag and going somewhere lovely." And I was like, "Okay, cool." They went, "My partner surprised me and booked a holiday, and as I was packing my Prada bag, I then remember what you said." It can be that specific. And I had that conversation with the client today. So what I decided to do is I did something I never normally do. I went back and I replayed the readings, and then I did a cut and paste of the feedback people had given in terms of what had actually happened. And I did a transcript, like I sat and I typed word for word what I'd said, and then I put them side by side in a blog with people's permission. Of course, I just didn't add their name. And so what I'll do, if you happen to be watching this on YouTube, look in the description, and I will add a link to the blog. I'll add a link to the blog where you can read the comparisons between what I actually said and the feedback people gave about what had happened. But the whole thing about it being spot on is always the way that it goes. So it's quite uncanny, to say the least. But what are the chances of that, me saying, you're going to go somewhere lovely and you'll be packing your Prada handbag? That's quite a specific thing to say. I don't even know if they had a Prada. I didn't know if they had a Prada handbag. But clearly they do, and they did pack it for the surprise trip that their partner got for their birthday. Very cool. And if you want further information about doing an online reading, they're either 30 minutes, 60 minutes, or an hour and a half. The link is going along the ticker tape, transformationstm.com/tarot readings. Yeah, book yourself a reading. And for those of you on my e-newsletter list, I haven't shared it for a while. I think the page might be still, if you can check it anyway, but I was doing some of those mini written readings as well. They were £25. I can't remember if that's over, actually, because I've been in the States a couple of weeks, so I've not sent out an e-newsletter. But if it's still open, feel free to book yourself one of those. And what that is, give me a couple of days and I'll do an audio reading for you, and I will send you over the audio. So it's less time intensive, etc. You don't need to schedule a time to book a session, all of that sort of stuff. You just say, "I'd like a reading," and then I'll do exactly what I've done here, but I'll do a little mini reading for you at a time that suits the schedule, and then I'll send it over via email. Alrighty, well, here is to a fantastic, fantabulous month of February and beyond. I will catch you all later. Oh, and happy Chinese New Year. My Feng Shui expert today said, oh, remember Chinese New Year, wear red. So I decided then I would wear a bit of red today to do the Tarot Tuesday. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for the thumbs up, likes. I will catch you later.